Hi everyone, Keandra here, and I am excited to talk about our discussion this week on the Fourth Amendment because it gave me a chance to evaluate how if my feelings have really changed over the past few years since I last was in school and studied these topics in history class. So let's get started. Okay, first I want to go over exactly what is an unreasonable search and seizure. It is a search of an individual's premises and seizure of evidence found in the search by a law enforcement officer without a search warrant and without probable cause to believe evidence of a crime is present. Meaning that if a police officer does believe that they can find evidence of a crime, that they have the right to search you without a warrant. But if there's no probable cause, if there's no reason, if they don't see anything that makes them suspect that there is a crime, they do not have the right to search your vehicle without a warrant. Which doesn't a warrant require that they have reasonable belief that there is evidence to search? Wow. Hmm. Something I never thought about before. Question one, take three. Because I keep going off and talking about things that I shouldn't be talking about for this discussion. So here we go again. Explain the reasons for government surveillance of electronic communications. In this new day and age, the people who are terrorists have a greater reach to go out there and find support for their causes, even from our own American citizens. They can easily now turn American teenagers who thinks the whole world is against them into future terrorists. They can now reach that crowd of people who feel alone and abandoned and think that these people might fit their cause better than the own Americans that they live with. And these types of things need to be watched for. And I completely understand that. And that's where I'm going to completely stop talking about this. Okay, question number 2, which is really just question number 1, part 2. Explain the reason for fear associated with these actions. Now, this question I actually struggled with because I guess I don't maintain the same sense of fear about the loss of my Fourth Amendment rights as everyone else. In my opinion, the only place you truly have privacy is inside your own mind. I and well, I do believe that one day that they'll even probably try to take that away from us, and then where will we be? But for right now, there should be an understanding that anything that you post on a computer isn't private. Anything is hackable. Anything, you can get data from anywhere. There is no more privacy. The other day, I needed to know my friend's address. All I had to do was type in his name, type in the city he lived in, and I had his address and the phone number. That's not privacy. We can we can look up each other's tax records in some places. This isn't privacy. Why are we worried if the government is watching our Google search? I don't care if they're watching my Google search. I don't care right now if they're watching my webcam. I hope they're enjoying watching me talking to you and, well, quite frankly, I hope they didn't catch me doing something. Well, actually, I don't care if they catch me doing something embarrassing. That just seems, again, like a very boring job to sit there and watch me, to sit there and have to read our Google searches, which is more than likely why there's an automated machine to do it anyway. My final thoughts, and a student in the class named Eric Gell, I liked what he had to say about it, which was any person can research on how to build a bomb, the location of a particular target, and even worse, child pornography. The growth of technology has raised the concern for the public's unlimited access, creating an increased need of surveillance and security measures to be enforced. And I couldn't agree more with his statement. The more technology grows, the more security measures we have to take to protect our country. And I'm all about protecting this country. So that is my discussion on the Fourth Amendment. Yay, it's great that we have these laws set in place to help protect our privacy. But, and an example I thought of yesterday for this, which this was not all put together in one day. An example I thought about was for Fourth Amendment rights was in an emergency situation, if someone took my daughter and we had an inkling, we had no actual evidence that it was someone I knew, would I want the police to take heed to that person's Fourth Amendment rights? Or do I want them to do everything in their power to find my daughter? I don't want them to consider that person's Fourth Amendment rights before they try to find the GPS location of their cell phone. I want them to find the GPS location of their cell phone right now. If you choose to do a crime, I shouldn't have to wait for your rights to have my daughter back. If you do something, why should you be protected